Hey guys, welcome back to my channel C4D Wala, and in today's video we are going to create this rocket illustration inside of Cinema 4D. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Cinema 4D. So first thing we will do, we will choose our cylinder, and over here rotational segments I'm gonna choose 6, radius I'm gonna choose, let's say 10, or let's say even less than that, let's say 3. Select this cylinder, press C for to make this object editable. Then I'm gonna choose my face, hit Ctrl A to select all the faces, right click and choose loop cut. Go to the front view. With the help of middle mouse button you can switch between the views, and by holding shift I'm gonna create one edge over here. Now choose points, choose rectangle selection tool, select this, press T to scale it, and scale it at appropriate size like that. Press E and move this over here. Then again I'm gonna select these points, press T for scaling option and scale it like that. Now this looks good to me. Now after that what we will do, we will go to the option called subdivision surface, hold alt and click on it, so it will automatically apply a subdivision surface on this one. Then I'm gonna go to the front view, and with the help of rectangle selection tool I'm gonna select these edges, press T for scaling. So as you can see, you can scale it at according to your size. Now select this subdivision surface, and in subdivisions what we call as subdivision editor, I'm gonna increase it into 3. Yep, this looks good. Now as you can see, our main shape is ready. So now I'm gonna select this, and by holding Ctrl I'm gonna create a duplicate. I'll double click on it and I'll name this as extra, and we are going to hide it because by holding alt you need to click on this one, then again hold alt and click on this one, then it will hide this thing. Now this is our main rocket, so I'm gonna select this one, then by holding shift I'm gonna select this one, right click and go to the connect object plus delete, so it will create this kind of shape. Now what we need to do, as you can see we have something weird thing over here. So for that what we will do, we will go to the front view, then select this one and choose the polygons, I mean face, choose this rectangle and I'm gonna select this thing, so it will select this faces, and I'm gonna delete it because we don't need that anymore. So after that what we will do, I'm gonna select this points, hit Ctrl A to select all the points and right click and choose optimize. Now select this subdivision surface and go to the face, and I'm gonna select this what we call selection, and we will go to the select and we will choose set selection. Now select this selection and let's call this at up. So if you double select this object and if you click on this object, as you can see you can select this thing. Now our main middle portion is done. Now we have to focus on other things. So now I'm gonna select this tube over here, and now I'm gonna move this downwards, decrease the outer radius and also decrease the height of it. Go over here, decrease the inner radius up to this and decrease the outer radius. Then I'm gonna click on this fillet option. Yep, as you can see we will get something like this. If you hit Ctrl R you can still see the results out of it. So this is our down option, so I'm going to close name it as down. Now we have to create some panels over here. So for that what we will do, I'm gonna select this cube, we will go to the front view and we will move this thing over here like that. Then we will increase and decrease the height width of it. So from here you can increase and adjust the size of each and every subject. So I'm gonna make it something like that. Then press C to make it editable, and now I'm gonna go in my perspective view. I'm gonna select my faces select this cube, and I'm gonna select live selection, and I'm gonna select this, and I'll move it over here, and by holding control I can extrude it, and I'll move this thing over here. Press R for rotation and rotate it like this. Press T for scaling option and scale it something like this. Move it over here. Press R again to rotate it like that. Now I'm gonna select these points. I'm gonna select this live selection tool, select those points, move them over here. Press R for rotation and rotate it. I'm gonna select this, move it over here, press R for rotation again and rotate it like that. Now this thing looks good to me. Now select this whole thing, press T for scaling option and scale it like that. Select this cube and then select this faces. Hit Ctrl A to select all the faces. Right click and choose what we call loop cut. By holding shift, I'm gonna create one edge over here. Then we will choose this edge like that. Select this face and press U L for loop selection tool. I'm gonna select this edge, press T for scaling option and scale it a little bit like that. Now after that, I'm gonna bring my subdivision surface over here, select this cube and move this inside the subdivision surface, so we will get something like this. If you increase it into 3, as you can see, we will get this kind of shape. Now I'm gonna hide this, select this cube, again go to the face and hit Ctrl A to select all the faces. Right click and I'm gonna select this loop cut, create one edge over here, one edge over here and one edge over here. And now if I enable this, as you can see, we are getting this kind of shape. If you want, then you can increase the subdivision editor and render editor also to reduce the amount of vertex. So now this thing is ready. So I'm gonna select this and this cube, right click and connect object plus delete. Select this one and I'm gonna select this. Let's move it over here. Press T for scaling option and scale it down. We'll move this, we'll move this thing like that. If you hit Ctrl R, we'll get something like this. Now after that, we need to duplicate it. So there are two ways. Either you can use cloner. So I'm gonna use my cloner over here. Select this subdivision surface, move this inside this cloner, and instead of linear, I'm gonna choose radial. Let's move this cloner over here so we can change the property. I'm gonna choose XZ and go to the transform, and over here, as you can see, you can rotate it. I'm gonna make it, let's say 90 on H, and move this cloner over here now and over here. So if you hit Ctrl R, we will get this kind of results. If you select this and this, so as you can see, with the help of that, you can select this at any time. Now we will choose our what we call torus, let's say, and orientation I'm gonna choose, let's say plus X or let's say plus Z. Decrease the ring radius and pipe radius also. Move this over here, bring this in front of it, press T, scale it, press E and move this over here, and by holding Control, I am again gonna move this over here, and we need to rotate it a little bit according to the shape of it, like that. Yeah, now I'm gonna bring my sphere and I'm gonna decrease the radius of it. And then we will adjust the position and radius according to this torus. Now by holding control I am gonna move this over here and we'll adjust the position of this one. So our almost all things are ready. Now all we need to do, we need to apply some colors on it. So for that I am simply double click on here and I'll apply this color to this our body. Then again I'm gonna create another color, double click on it and I'm gonna choose blue color over here. In color RGB I'm gonna choose blue color. Now I am gonna apply this color to this subdivision surface again, and now in this blue color if you see we have this option called selection, and if you bring down this selection over here, so as you can see it will apply this color selection over here. If you hit Ctrl R, as you can see we will get this color over here. Now I think I need to move this spear a little bit inside. Yep, this looks good. Now if you want then you can apply another colors over here. I'm gonna choose some random colors. For this one I'm gonna choose red, and for this one I think I'll add something like, let's say pinkish. Now select all of them by holding Ctrl and press Alt G to group it. Press R for rotation and rotate it on appropriate axis like that. If you hit Ctrl R we will get something like this. Now I'm gonna create this spear, increase the size of it, move this thing over here, again hold Ctrl, move this over here, hold Ctrl. I think we don't need to rotate it right now, we will do that later because we need to create this fog over here. So I'm gonna increase the size of this one by holding Ctrl. I'll duplicate it, increase the size, move this over here. Let's hide this rocket for now by alt clicking 2 times on this one. Again move this over here, move this over here, increase the size, move this over here, increase the size, or let's say decrease the size. Now I'm gonna select volume builder and then volume measure. Select this volume builder, move inside the volume measure, select all the spheres and move inside the volume builder. Now select this volume builder, go to the object and add the smooth layer and then reshape layer. Now in voxel size I'm gonna choose 4 or let's say 3. So with the help of that we will get this kind of weird shape. Now I am gonna alt click on this one to reveal these things. Select this volume measure and move over here. Now simply double click and create another material and apply this thing on this one. Then if you hit Ctrl R, as you can see we'll get something like this. Now move this volume measure inside this null, select this null and click on it and call this as rocket like that. Now our material and all the things are done. We need to adjust some material settings but we will do that later. Now I'll select this one, rotate it like that and like that. or I think we don't need to rotate it. We will stick with this view only. Now we will add our camera, then we will make this parallel view. Something like that. If you hit Ctrl R, you will get something like this, but this is not what we want. We need to add some lights over here, so I'm gonna select this area light, go to the top view, press E, move this over here, press R for rotation, rotate it on this axis, then on this axis, and I'll move this light over here. Now select this light, go to the shadow option and choose area. If you hit Ctrl R, as you can see, we will get something like this. Now select this light again, go to the top view, increase the size of this light with the help of this coordinates, and by holding Ctrl, I'm gonna duplicate it, press R for rotation, then press W and move this like this. If you hit Ctrl R now, you will get this kind of illustration. But this is not enough, so for that we need to create some background over here. So for that, what we'll do, we will choose plane this time, not this flow, and I'm gonna move this plane over here, and we will change the view also a little bit. Now go to the top view, increase the width and height of it, and width segment I'm gonna tap 1 and 1 like that. Yep, zoom out a little bit. Now after that, I am gonna uncheck this camera so we can adjust this one. Select this plane, press C to make it editable. Now go to the edge, select this edge, and by holding Ctrl, move this at the top. Now select this edge, right click, choose bevel, and I'm gonna increase the bevel offset. Then I'm gonna increase the subdivisions of this. Now I'm gonna enable my camera, and if I hit Ctrl R now, we will get this background over here. Now simply create another material for this background, and I'm gonna add one creamy color over here, then add luminance, and for luminance also select something similar creamy color, and in luminance I'm gonna decrease the brightness a little bit. If you hit Ctrl R, as you can see, we will get something like this. I think we need to decrease the brightness. Go to the reflectance also, and this reflection width I'm gonna increase and fall off also. Let's see. Yep, now I'm gonna select all the colors, and we will now adjust the luminance property of each and every one. So I'm gonna enable the luminance, and for the luminance we will choose the same color that we have given to our main color, and in luminance brightness I'm going to choose 75. If you hit Ctrl R now, it gets something like this. Now I also enable this luminance, apply same color, decrease the brightness, and let's see. Also for this white color, enable luminance. If you hit Ctrl R now, you will get this kind of results. You can apply this blue color to this background also, so you will get something similar, or you can change the color of this background from here. Also for the luminance we have to choose bluish background. Now this is our final results, or you can simply move this rocket if you want. Press R for rotation, rotate it on this axis. Press E and W again, press R and W again, and rotate it like that, and zoom in a little bit. And if you hit Ctrl R now, as you can see, with the help of Cinema 4D we can create simple illustrations. Now this is the illustration that you can use for graphic designing purpose and etc. So that's it. With the help of that, you can create a multiple rockets like that. By select this, press E and then press W to make this on global axis, and with the help of that, holding Control, shift this towards like that, and again hold Control and move it over here. Press Ctrl R. So as you can see, we can create multiple copies of this one, but we don't need that, so I'm gonna delete it. And if I hit Ctrl R, so as you can see, we will get this kind of final results.